Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot. I'm here with a video called Unexpected Blessing. An unexpected blessing coming your way in the next 30 days is the time frame I'm looking at. This is a timeless reading, so it's whenever you come across this video that you can expect this blessing 30 days from the time you watch this video, okay? I'm doing this a bit differently than previous videos. I've included numbers here. These numbers don't have to be chosen in a particular way. Pick the number that resonates with you. Oh, that's funny, I put this. It should be this way. Okay. So pick the number that feels good to you. It could be the day of your birth, if you reduce that down. So for example, if you're born on the 31st, that would be picking the number 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So if you're born on the 31st of the month, that would be number 4. You can also, you know, if you do practice numerology, you can pick your life path number or your personality number, or whichever number you want to make a decision as for the pile that speaks to you. Let me think, what else was I saying? I did include master numbers here, so we do have 11, 22, and 33. So if you have a life path or destiny number that reduces to 33, feel free to pick that. If you do have 33 as your chosen number, feel free to read for 6 as well, since 3 plus 3 equals 6, it reduces to 6. So yeah, I don't have any rules for this. Whatever number you correspond to is what you should go with. I'm now going to select 4 cards to start the readings. And when I turn over the cards, you can also feel free to just select based on the card that speaks to your current situation, your current mood. Okay, this leaf is in the way. Let me adjust this. I think that's pretty good, right? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here for the 4 piles. Teachers. Beautiful card. Compassion. Harmony. And weightlessness. Wow. So pick the card or the number that you feel good about. Again, this is about an unexpected blessing coming your way in the next 30 days. Okay. I feel like there's not enough light here. Sorry if this is a bit dim, guys. Alrighty. I'll see you at your reading. Okay, the timestamps are below. Feel free to skip ahead to your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You selected teachers. And the numbers that go with this reading are 1, 5, and 9. Okay. I have a pile of cards selected for you. I'm going to start with this pile, and then if I feel the need to clarify, I'm going to pull from additional decks. So first we have a tarot card here, 2 of Cups. Now I feel like it's too bright. Sorry, technical issues. The Hanged Person. Okay. Perhaps you're on a relationship break, or you're taking a break from even dating, finding a person, finding the one for you. We have Four of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. I love that. You see the, oh, there's a there's a figure riding a dolphin here, which is pretty cool. Well, I see it as a dolphin, yeah, or a swordfish. Interesting. Wait, why would that be a swordfish? There's no sword there. Some kind of large fish. Something that is never truly yours. Okay. And another tarot card here, the Fool. The last card selected is the Fool. I'm going to put this over here. And then these can line up here at the top. And I'll put the Fool here. Okay, an unexpected blessing. I think an unexpected blessing is that there is some processing of a relationship, a previous relationship, or a previous you, like who you were in a previous relationship, and you're having a better time of letting go of the past here. Oh, wow. Accidentally knocked the Queen of Cups. I feel like this Queen of Cups is really speaking to you and your energy right now, and being in a more receptive mode, because you're not having to fight so much, you're not battling so much. I feel like part of you feels guilty for having to be stingy with your time, stingy with your resources. But there's a lesson in that. There's a lesson in really examining what you're possessive about. You know, you're possessive about your things, or you're possessive about the time you spend doing this. Like, as an example, like maybe you were in a relationship and you guys squabbled about being in the kitchen, and like you were possessive of certain kitchen items, and that other person was possessive over other kitchen items. Like maybe there was like something in that context that made you both possessive, or just made the relationship not work. So it's like you are now in a new phase here where you don't feel like that person anymore, and that feels really good. That feels very healing. You know, when we're in relationships, like the other person tends to point at us and says like, you know, you're this way, you're that way, but you're really only that way in relation to them, right? It's really, it is about relating to each other. And so, you know, your ex or the previous arguments might have tried to pigeonhole you as a certain way. So, you know, for example, like you're really possessive over your kitchen items. And now that you're not in that relationship anymore, or you're not in the situation, you are feeling just better, and you're feeling like more caring towards yourself, more caring towards others, and you're understanding better now that, you know, for whatever reason that dynamic brought out a side of you, and maybe you were a bit ashamed of it, but like now you don't have to be ashamed of yourself, because the dynamic isn't there anymore, and that wasn't truly you. I feel like you're learning a lot about your essential self, and you know, you're learning a lot about what genuinely gives you joy and curiosity. I feel like you have an unexpected blessing for you is that you're going to feel brand new in a lot of ways. You're going to feel like more receptive in this aspect of your life that you've been closed off to previously or recently. It's the fact that you're able to let go of the past, and you're even able to let go of memories. Like, you're able to let go of just stuck energy that you associate with the past or you associate with a previous relationship. I feel like the relationship had a lot of positives, but an overall consequence of the relationship is that you have felt like you were stalling in life, like you were sort of stuck in a comfort zone or stuck in a certain mode. For example, maybe you and this partner lived somewhere, like maybe you moved to a new town together, and because you didn't have any support group in that town, you really relied on your partner for just general friendship, social interaction, everything, you know? And that was a way you coped with being in a new and unfamiliar place. And maybe it made you sort of be in a rut where all of a sudden you felt like, oh, I'm not actually a sociable person. I'm someone who likes to stay home. And, you know, it's really just because of the context and the phase in your life that you were more of a homebody. It doesn't mean that you are a homebody always and forever, you know? It's just that that's what it brought out in you. So whatever this previous relationship or situation was doing to you, it made you feel like limited or stuck or like somehow inadequate in some way. I'm getting that from this hangman with the Four of Pentacles, like feeling like you're limited and therefore, you know, your options in life are limited because you just, you know, didn't have, you perceived yourself as just not having a skill or a knack for doing something. This hangman feels very like kind of martyr. It's like being a martyr or being like someone who just surrenders and gives up. It's like, oh, well, I can't, you know, I'm not a sociable person. I'm not going to make new friends easily. So why bother? You know, it's that kind of like learned helpless attitude. So I do associate that with your past, and I associate it with like some kind of dynamic you were in, some kind of interpersonal dynamic you were in. I think that is being healed, and I think that's the unexpected blessing of the next 30 days is that you are going to really feel this newness, this release, this new energy in your life, this new idea of yourself. It's going to undergo a really wonderful reset. You're going to really view yourself as someone capable of so much more than you thought. And just being more willing to take risks, being more willing to try something out. Having an attitude of like, what do I have to lose, you know? Like, not taking something so seriously. Not taking yourself so seriously. It's going to feel really good. The Queen of Cups, there's a lot of positive feelings of just compassion towards yourself, even being able to forgive the other person, being able to forgive your past, being able to just release it and let it go and put it in a more, understand it on more compassionate terms. I say that because with something that is never truly yours, this card, something that is never truly yours, there is, there's a feeling of like, nothing is ever truly ours. Therefore, we can let things go because by letting something go, we can receive something new. So there's an honor, a sense of honor, a sense of honoring the cycle in your life, sense of honoring the past, the present, the future. You know, you have a past self, you can let it go, you can embrace who you are in the present, and you can be receptive to who you may become in the future. You know, there's like, you're not so stuck on being a certain way. You're much more malleable and flexible in terms of how you see yourself or where you're headed. I think that's a beautiful blessing, and it's kind of an underrated blessing, you know, the ability to let go and move on. It's kind of underrated because we tend to encourage people to like stick through it, you know, like, you got this, like, keep going, persevere, and like, I don't know, sometimes you don't want to hold on. Sometimes what you're holding on to is really not good for anybody. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other people around you. And Sometimes the winning stance, the winning position is to actually move on, you know, to follow your bliss, really, you know, not follow suffering, but to follow your bliss. And I think that's another blessing here. I think you're going to find, maybe there's an activity or there's a person that will encourage you to follow your bliss, and it's going to be in a way you never really felt before. It's a new feeling. I think it's a really positive new feeling. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is somebody else. I think this new blessing in the next 30 days is going to be related to a Queen of Pentacles type person. Someone who's got a lot of practical knowledge and also just like very kind of straightforward advice or straightforward philosophy on things. Wow, Knight of Cups. I see this as someone who's going to encourage your creative side, and they're going to be very like encouraging, because they're going to say like things like, you know, they're going to see your strengths and they're going to tell you what your strengths are, and they're going to be like, look, you may not know this, but you're good at this. Like, you should try, you should keep going at that. You know, you should keep experimenting with that. King of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I see this as your energy. So it's like the ability to process your feelings, or to forgive yourself, the ability to let go of some of the painful attachment to the past. That's really going to help you assert your new boundaries. It's going to help you identify and assert new boundaries and what it is you truly need for yourself. You're going to be much more focused and determined to stand up for yourself and your needs. And, you know, maybe that means you won't date for a while. So, like, again, my first idea was like, oh, I think you're on a pause from dating. But I think more importantly, it means like you're going to be defining your needs better and articulating your needs better. And that, of course, helps in relationships, right? It helps especially when you're in a new relationship. So teachers, I do feel like there are people, there might be one or more than one person entering your life who's going to give you profound support and wisdom and guidance. So, you know, explicitly a teacher. But I also think that teachers is referring to your own review of the past, and how you're looking at your past and you're looking at what happened in a new light, and you're getting a lot of lessons from that hindsight. Yeah, I do think it's just going to be tremendously healing for you. Let's see, anything else? Can I get another aspect of this unexpected blessing? I know I'm being very specific here, so if you don't relate to having I mean, I guess a lot of people have past relationships, but, you know, if this isn't resonating for you, you might want to try another reading here. Eight of Wands. Yeah, message. I see this as a message and affirmation that someone is definitely going to get the memo here. But Eight of Wands is also alignment, and it's like something escalating very quickly because the energies are aligned. Like things are moving in tandem with each other. Things are supporting each other. So it's like you're going to feel more integrated. You're going to feel more like no longer being stuck in your dating life, or no longer being stuck in your relationship life, but also no longer being stuck in your own self-examination. You know, the trust you have of yourself, the ability to trust yourself, the ability to trust that you know what you need for yourself. It's going to do wonders to help you move on. Queen of Cups, wow. Four of Cups, interesting. So the Queen of Cups has been pulled, and it is emphasizing, you know, the first card. And the Four of Cups, I feel, is both resonating with the Four of Pentacles and something that is never truly yours. So with the Four of Cups, this is about You know what's interesting here? This is about you not taking on other people's emotional baggage. And perhaps that was what was going on in the past relationship, is that you were taking on a lot more than the other person and it wasn't reciprocated. Someone was being stingier than the other in that sense. And so I do think with Four of Cups, you're now learning better, you're understanding better what your own emotional needs are and therefore your own emotional limits and boundaries. And with the Four of Cups, the nice energy with the Four of Cups is the ability to say no. It's like, you know, you can be content with the Three Cups in front of you. If someone comes with the Fourth Cup, you can say, you know what, no, thank you. And I think in your case, that's a positive thing, because you're basically saying, like, what I am is enough, what I have is enough. I don't need another person to fill my cup. I think that's really good for you at this time. Really seeking that emotional fulfillment from within, not relying on another person to provide that for you. And also just recognizing, you know, that time, that space, that recognizing that, you know, being free, being without attachment, being the Fool here, right? So it's like not being in a relationship where there are strings attached, but having non-attachment, having some amount of freedom to, you know, to move where you want to move or make decisions the way you want to make decisions, not having baggage. Like, that's a really positive thing for you right now. So I do think this Four of Cups with the Queen of Cups is the ability to say no to someone else's emotional baggage. And as a result, oh my gosh, did I see it as the Eight of Wands? You know what? This is the Seven of Wands, which is also here. So interesting. I was reading it as the Eight of Wands, but I think that message still needed to be said, which is like, you're getting the pieces of yourself together. You're integrating yourself together without someone else's emotional baggage. And with the Seven of Wands, that is really important, to have those defenses up, to have that boundary up. But it's a healthy boundary. It's not the boundary of like, absolutely not, and absolutely never. You know, the Seven of Wands with the King of Swords, with the Queen of Cups, like the way the Seven of Wands is showing up here, I think it's about having healthy boundaries that are adaptable, you know, like healthy boundaries, not unhealthy boundaries. Boundaries that help you thrive, boundaries that help you build trust and intimacy with someone. Boundaries that help you communicate your needs, boundaries that help you get your needs met, you know, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, this is someone who's very idealistic still, and someone who is a fan, you know, wants to be romantic, wants to, you know, pursue romance still. And I think that you still have that in you, but there's a lot that you have to process here on your own or without the emotional baggage of somebody else. So I think the next 30 days, that unexpected blessing is related to you really carving out some time, some important reflection time with yourself, and feeling connected to the people in your life who really do support you, the people in your life who aren't just going to make you feel stuck or inadequate, you know. So pile one, that's your message. I hope that resonates. If it does, please click the like and subscribe buttons, and feel free to comment, you know, if this is something that, if you want to share anything about what you're going through. Okay, take care, Pile 1. Thanks for joining today. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I have a pile here selected for you. I'm also going to be clarifying with a couple more decks if I feel the need to do that. So let's see what we have for you today. This is about an unexpected blessing coming your way in the next 30 days. Okay, and it's a timeless video, so whenever you come across this video, it would be the next 30 days from now. We have the Princess of Cups, or otherwise known as the Page of Cups. I also want to point out that you did select compassion as well as one of these numbers. So sorry, my camera acted weird. So yes, compassion is the card that you selected here. If you want to take another look at that. There you go. The Hermit. Very spiritual themes here so far. The Four of Cups. I'm seeing this is very balanced, this Four of Cups. The Six of Swords. Something here about a sacred space or a sacred ritual and making an offering. We see votive candles and we see these offerings to the Creator or to the Divine. Very spiritual. Wow, the Hermit again. So your unexpected blessing is, I want to say it's very spiritual in nature, and it is very much related to a path that you are on, that you've been on for some time, a path of study, a path of seeking enlightenment, seeking spiritual truth. We have the Tower now. Wow. Let's put that here. We have Afraid of the Attic. Card number 58. And we have the Three of Swords. And this looks like someone mourning someone who has recently departed. This is some kind of tomb, burial space. Okay, so just taking a moment here because I feel like there's both spiritual search, spiritual seeking, as well as profound disillusionment, perhaps. I think that perhaps you've been disappointed with a connection, and I don't think it's necessarily romantic. I think it could be being connected to a teacher, or being connected to a friend, even like perhaps a confidant, and there's been perhaps some kind of disappointment or disillusionment here. The Six of Swords, I feel like you felt the need to take space or have some detachment from the person, the scenario. I'm also seeing that with the Four of Cups, feeling like an emotional withdrawal here. To see the Hermit twice, definitely some kind of private time needed, some kind of withdrawal from the outside world or your typical routine, or withdrawal from, that socializing, needing to really listen to your own inner voice here. What's interesting about this version of the Hermit is that we see ears on either side. So this is like, a being with very rich inner life. And we also see this tiny little fish. If you can, I don't know if it'll show up. It's hard to focus on it. But there's a little fish there. And it's making me think that, you're willing to go into the depths. You're willing to go deep down into the depths of that spiritual proverbial sea where it's very dark and dim and there's not a lot of guidance, right? There's not a lot of there's certainly no conventional wisdom. You kind of feel like you're out on your own in the depth of that spiritual or inner work. And what we have now with the Tower and Afraid of the Attic, Three of Swords, we have a lot of grief. We have a lot of getting psyche, like psychic psyche, psychological psychic psyche. Like within your psyche, there is a tremendous amount of grief, pain, but I don't feel that it is so specific. I feel like it's generalized. Like I feel like it's something that's been building up over a certain amount of time. And, you know, now that you have been able to detach enough to get to this place of inner work, you're confronting kind of like inner demons. But, you know, it's not inner demons. I don't want to say that word because it's like, it's just confronting your fears, your grief, your, you know, these very raw primal feelings that you've probably been a bit detached from recently or for recent years maybe. So what is the unexpected blessing if that is the case, right? We see compassion, we see the Page of Cups. So I do think that there is going to be some kind of healing process that is initiated by this time you spend kind of soul searching and processing unresolved grief, unresolved pain, unresolved trauma. You know, there's been a shaky part of yourself, your psyche. There's been a shaky part of your psyche that's been a bit like a bit unstable, and I think it's made you a bit. It's probably made you very unpredictable in a certain way. You know, with the Page of Cups, the Princess of Cups, this is like someone who's feels like their heart is on their sleeve. So I think you've been having emotional responses that maybe people are thinking is like over emotional or it's unpredictable. You're sort of like got some, you know, emotional responses that you don't really know where they came out of. And I think that would explain this decision to, you know, emotionally withdraw and to get some space for yourself and to even be less reliant on others to be supportive of you. I'm getting a lot of that, which is interesting because pile 1 I feel like has a similar theme here. You know, a lot of the need to process something privately. So with compassion, your unexpected blessing, I think, is that I think this process is going to be, it's going to feel better than you think it will. I think maybe you have some hesitation now, but in the next 30 days, you're really going to have a very fruitful time of this inner work. It's going to do it's going to give you tremendous progress, because with the Tower, this is us like finally recognizing falsehoods and recognizing whatever it is that is not reliable, not true, not false, or not reliable in our lives, you know, like again, shaky ground, right? Like sometimes you need to test your faith in order to understand where your faith truly comes from. We can't rationalize faith. We can only have faith or not have faith. And so I think that this process is going to really give you a renewed faith, restore your faith in humanity, or restore your faith in you know, your particular spiritual path. Ace of Cups. So very much what I was saying is that, like, there's something very healing here, and you're really working through the inner obstacles that have been kind of made you emotionally numb or withdrawn or unpredictable, you know. And so the Ace of Cups is now renewing that sincerity of feeling, where your feelings are now your own again. You're not confused about where your feelings are. You feel that your own feelings feel more true and pure, and not as conflicted, not as confused. So that's a wonderful blessing. Wow. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups was very emphasized in Pile 1's reading, so you might want to watch Pile 1, but wow, talk about a theme for today. The unexpected blessing of the next 30 days is like really beautiful, you know, inner work done to process our feelings, get in touch with our feelings, and renew our ability to heal, renew our ability, get in touch with our healing abilities, get in touch with our regenerative abilities. King of Wands, yeah. You know, I think normally you're someone who encourages other people, and you're sort of like the champion of other people. And I think that you're taking time. You need this time to yourself now to find your own inner champion and to find your own inner support, because there's something, it has been an inner roadblock or obstacle that's been making you kind of lack faith, I think is what that is. So it's like there's a renewed sense of faith here, which comes after a period of inner work and facing fears, facing past grief, or facing unresolved feelings, simply, you know, just put it very simply, facing unresolved feelings of loss and despair and grief and trauma is, you know, is in here as well, is what I'm getting. But, you know, you're not going to let it overcome you. I feel like you're really coming through this with an indomitable kind of strength of spirit, with a lot of faith, with a lot of perseverance and optimism. So Pile 2, that's what I'm getting for you. I feel like there's something else that wants to be. Yes, it's this deck. Let's see what else. I need more information for Pile 2. The Devil. Yeah, I think that you got a bit jaded or cynical. Like maybe there's someone in your life or something in your life just like was very just really disappointed you on that level of the principles that you've been acting with. Like you have a certain integrity, and to see other people not operating with the same integrity has really given you a lot of pain. Yeah, the Lovers, 3 of Swords. It could have been someone that you trusted, someone that you really just had an idealized view of, someone you had thought was really more than what they demonstrated. But look, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. So, you know, you're gonna definitely renew faith in something or someone. Like, you're not going to let recent events or recent disappointments keep you from pursuing this path you're on. And you are in a very special, important path. With the Hermit twice, there's definitely a deep work you've been doing. That it could be spiritual in nature, but it could also be something else. It could be intellectual. It could be something else that's like kind of like the road less traveled. So, you know, your unexpected blessing in the next 30 days is to kind of go low in order so that you could overcome, to go through a valley in order to like get to the next peak. You know, it's that type of energy. So that's your reading, Pile 2. Okay, so thanks for joining. If this resonated, please hit the like or subscribe buttons. Feel free to comment and share your experience or not. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'll see you at the next reading. Take care. Hi, Pile 3. This is your reading. We're looking at we're looking into unexpected blessings for the next 30 days for you. It's a timeless reading, so it's at any point that you find this video, it would look at the next 30 days from now, okay? You've selected Harmony. Very pretty card, pretty colors of green. And the numbers 3, 7, and 22 are the numbers also connected to this reading, if one of those numbers is what brought you here. So let's see, pile number 3, what is the unexpected blessing for you this month? We have the Prince of Pentacles, also known as the Knight of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands. Surrounded, this candle is surrounded by 4-leaf clovers, which I think is really cool. The 10 of Cups. Wow. 2 people are kissing, embracing, so there's a romantic element here, if that's something you are relating to. Sorry, let me move my plant. We have the Moon. We have Rainbow Transference. Whoa, I love that. I'm getting a connection here. There could be a one special person in your life that is involved here. But it could not be. I don't think this is exclusively for people in relationships. Let's keep going and see what else we have. 2 of Swords. There's a boat here, and it's depicting this woman in this boat, and I feel like it's kind of iffy if the boat is able to dock or not. So, you know, maybe there's been a choice you've been focused on lately. 4 of Cups. Wow, the 4 of Cups has shown up in every reading so far. Huh. Nighttime setting, someone sitting by this tree. Similar to the traditional Rider-Waite Smith card. Queen of Swords. This is a woman whose judgment is being sought. Wise counsel. Okay, interesting. What I'm getting so far, the unexpected blessing is that I do think something you've been working hard for, I feel like you're getting an unexpected assistance, support, like someone or even a group of people, not necessarily an individual, but I feel like there's a lot of love or warmth or support, camaraderie showing up in your life, and it feels like it's showing up right at the right time. I don't know why I'm getting a legal issue here, maybe because the card Harmony is making me think of this, but I wonder if there's also some kind of contract or legal issue that you're able to get sound advice for, like you're able to come to some kind of better place, like maybe not resolution, but there's just like a bit of closure regarding a pending legal issue. Perhaps someone is able to advise you in a way that you have been seeking. 4 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you've kind of been working hard on something, and you have had a bit of, you know, some of your fears, some of your anxieties have been quelled by just focusing on your work, focusing on moving forward, focusing on like making that effort to move forward and to stick to what you're doing and to not give up. Like, you've had a lot of grit and perseverance, and now there is support showing up, and it's making you feel validated, it's making you feel appreciated. You're also getting some kind of advice or insight or wisdom that is making you better able to make a decision for yourself. I feel like you've sort of put your feelings on pause. Like, you don't want to get excited for something because you were trying to figure out, like, where is this going to go? Like, how do I make a choice here? Like, until that decision is made, you've sort of put your feelings on pause. But with 10 of Cups, there's a lot of joy. There's a joyful scenario here, and I think there's a celebration of some sort. With rainbow transference, I'm going to look this up, but I'm getting the feeling that, again, there's like support showing up. It's almost like someone coming and being the hero, you know? Let me pause here for a moment. Interesting, yeah. So I think like you're being appreciated in a big way, like your unique talents and abilities is being appreciated in a unique way. Like I said, maybe someone else is showing up and being the hero, but I think you are also being the hero in another person's life, and someone is just wowed by you. So let's pause there and let's see if I can clarify or get more specific here and see what else. Unexpected blessing, please, for pile 3. I mean, harmony, such a beautiful outcome already. 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, there is stability. I feel like even with the 10 of Cups, that stability is showing up. Feeling like you have enough to get through hard times too. 8 of Swords. Yeah, I think that like you've been kind of on the fence about something, or you've been feeling like a bit overwhelmed by a decision-making process or an application process, like something that requires a lot of communication or paperwork has been kind of overwhelming you. And I think that someone is showing up to assist you, and as a result, it's giving you a better foundation. It's making you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more like you have what it takes to move forward. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So you definitely feel supported. You feel like someone is showing up, or people are showing up with the right skills, the right attitude to support you and encourage you to move forward. So yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of a clearer picture here now. I feel like you're someone who's been working on a project or in a particular path, vocation, job, like something that you've been really sticking to, and you've given it a lot of your time, a lot of your effort, your diligence. You've been working very hard, and there's an opportunity that, you know, comes your way, and not only is the opportunity there, but the support network, the system is there to help you succeed. Someone or some people really want you to succeed, and they want to give you every chance to succeed. So I feel like they see you as so special and so brilliant in your own way that they are willing to show up with their own skills and time and talents to help you succeed. So with Queen of Swords, I do think it could be someone with like the ability to read contracts, or the ability to give career advice, some kind of counsel, wise counsel. But also just like, so, there are people here, I really see a community or relationship that is, you know, being a cheerleader for you. Someone being like, helping you feel less alone in the world, helping you feel like less alone in your struggle. Because with the moon here, it's both a deep connection, and it's also a connection that helps you navigate an uncertain world. You know, it helps you navigate the scariness of doing something, of going for this opportunity, going big. You know, it's like the go big or go home kind of mentality there. Ooh. Wow, look at that. The sun and the moon. The sun to clarify the moon. So, really beautiful. I do see a partnership. I do see some kind of relationship here. Not necessarily romantic. Could be like colleague or collegiate or, yeah, it could be professional. It could be just camaraderie. You know, it could just be someone who wants solidarity with you. And this is complementing. Like, this is a complementary relationship. This is a relationship where people's strengths complement each other's, complement the other's strengths. So it's like, whatever you feel like you are confused about, the other person can give a lot of clarity on, and vice versa. Whatever they feel confused about, you give them a lot of clarity on. Like, there's something really beautiful and reciprocated, or just very like productive in this relationship. Rainbow transference, again, the same thing, you know, like two people or two beings who can exchange special talents with each other, and as a result help each other get to the next level, help each other succeed. You know, 10 of Cups is like the ultimate fulfillment and community, and it's really about having a lot of love to give and share too, right? Like, not hoarding the love and support, but being able to share it. I even see with this Page of Wands, like the feeling of being lucky, feeling blessed. You know, your light is drawing in that luck to you. What else do we have here? Ooh, okay, we have the Three of Wands again. So Three of Wands, here's the Three of Wands. So big card, emphasized. And then we have the Death card. So, interesting. You are really being encouraged to see yourself as going to a new level, going to the next level here. And with the Death card, I also feel like there is a phase, there's a natural cycle at play, and you're being encouraged to work with that natural cycle. So change, you're being encouraged to embrace change. Maybe you've been doing this routine and it's been serving you up until this point, and it's in some way, you know, that routine has brought harmony, but there's a new harmony, and it's the harmony of working with others. It's the harmony of getting new energy into your life, energy that helps to synthesize your life. Like, this is harmonious new energy. So that's the unexpected blessing, pile 3. Very exciting for you. I think there's a lot of great blessings here. There's going to be a lot revealed that I can't even express now, because with Three of Wands, you know, it's like so much excitement, something approaching on the horizon, something that you've been waiting for. There's a lot of expectation here, and I think that the change that will be needed, you know, the switch that will be needed to turn on is finally turning on, and you're finally garnering the support, and you're attracting the attention and the support from others that you need to go to the next level. So pile 3, that's your reading. Best of luck. If this resonated, if this was helpful, please click the like and subscribe button. Give me that feedback. I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope to see you at the next reading. Okay, take care, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. This is your reading. You chose the card Weightlessness, and you also chose a reading that is connected to these 3 numbers, 4, 8, and 33. So let's see, an unexpected blessing coming your way for the next 30 days. This is a timeless reading, so it's 30 days from now, the point that you're watching this video. Lovely. We have the Fool card here. Very resonant with the Weightlessness card. 8 of Cups. So perhaps you've gone through a recent hard time, I think you've maybe walked away from something that was very hard for you to walk away from. Three of Wands. Yeah, I think that maybe you had to let go of something or move on from something in order to take a new opportunity in your life. Ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. So I felt that I needed a second card to help clarify. And now we have the Hold, which is very lovely energy to counteract this ungrateful daughter and earthly mother energy, which I feel like speaks to some kind of rift or some kind of disagreement. The Hold is speaking to, you know, a reunion, or even just feeling cared for, feeling safe, a safe space here. We have the Seven of Swords as well. So, unexpected blessing. So what I'm drawn to first is the images of people exploring the unknown or exploring a mystery here. I feel like with this Eight of Cups, you see someone kind of peering into the void, and they are able to do that after an emotional release. So feeling, you know, ready to move on, feeling like you have to move on from something that has been disappointing or disillusioning to you is offering a new opportunity. It's offering growth to you. With the Fool, that's also emphasized here. Letting go of something allows for room to receive something new or to move into something new. Fitting into a new role that you wouldn't have fit into before if you had held on to a previous self or a previous behavior, even a previous desire. So this weightlessness, I think, is the unexpected blessing. We see a mirroring here with this figure again, and that portal, you know, that black space portal, which is like, again, the void, the unknown, the mystery. Being fearless enough to enter a new chapter in your life where you don't have the same safeguards and the same support system like you used to. So I also see that here with ungrateful daughter and earthly mother and the Hold. I see here there's a theme about needing support, but also needing to walk away from support, needing to walk away from expectations, even expectations that people place on you. Obligations is something I'm kind of picking up on here. I'm going to pause and just read this card, this 32 card. Okay, very interesting. So this is about emotional honesty and emotional bearing. You know, being radically accepting of your feelings here. And sometimes people cannot accept your feelings, and they try to make you feel ashamed or make you feel differently because they can't handle that. But I do feel like there's a point here where you realize, like, you have to just go on your own feelings, your own gut, your own instinct here. You have to trust yourself. And whatever someone else is trying to manipulate you towards, you're not going to buy it. And I think that's really beautiful here. I see that as the unexpected blessing, that you're having a much more honest relationship with yourself. You're being much more accepting of who you are and what you feel and what you are guided to do, even if it's not the easiest path you're being guided to take or the easiest choice. it's still a choice of growth. And I think the Three of Wands is pointing out that you don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to have that faith in yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way, that you can handle it. Seven of Swords, you know, there's a sense here of really going out on your own and going out without that support. You know, going out, maybe someone is not approving of you, but you still make the choice because you still know that this is what you have to do. This is what's important for you. So I do think the unexpected blessing is that you will find that joy. You know, you even though there's a certain amount of sadness here, you're going to find joy and exhilaration on the other side of this. On the other side of this difficult choice to leave something behind. Wow, Ten of Pentacles. This one. Two of Pentacles. Very interesting. So, kind of, you know, Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles makes me think that you recognize something very comforting, something very stable as not truly being that comfortable or stable. You're recognizing something that was previously beneficial for you, like perhaps the stability, the financial stability of a certain job was beneficial for you, but you're recognizing now that it does change. You do have to change the situation. You do have to move on. The Two of Pentacles shows a choice here, and it also shows someone who's willing to entertain two different options. So I feel like you want to be more nimble in life. You don't really want to be as tied down to a permanent structure, whether that is a particular job or a particular relationship or a particular obligation. Yeah, I feel like you're really seeking to cut ties and to move on, move forward in life with the energy you need to grow, you know? You know that you can't be tied down. And you also know that you can't be tied down in a situation that doesn't have your best interest in mind. So I feel like this Ten of Pentacles could have been great for a time, but you understand that it is not really your best interest in the long run, because you are meant to break a certain boundary here. You're meant to break a barrier. You're meant to, you know, go bigger than what was normal or conventional for you, maybe growing up even, you know, or maybe in a certain program. You know, you're meant to do something a bit atypical here. Can I get further clarification? Unexpected blessing. The Moon. Yeah. There's something more that has to be explored, and you don't know what it is yet, but that's sort of the beauty. Five of Wands. You're perhaps afraid of rocking the boat, afraid of people, you know, kind of getting in your, kind of interfering. You're afraid of some interference. Okay, Ten of Swords. You're really tired of it, though. You're tired of the drama. You're tired of people interfering, people trying to, people feeling entitled to your life. You know, people feeling like a certain arrogance of like, well, you should do this, you should do that. Like, there's a lot of unwanted advice here that I'm seeing. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very guarded right now. You're very defensive, and you just want what. You're just tired. I honestly get that. Like, you're honestly just like, I can't handle this drama anymore in my life, and I'm over it, and I'm ready to move on. So, wow. The unexpected blessing. You've reached a limit, and you recognize it now. And by reaching that limit, you're able to surpass your previous barrier. You know, it's like an internal obstacle. It's like an internal block. Now that block is being released and you're ready to move on. You feel like, you know what, I've cried enough here, or I've pondered enough. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to walk away from a situation that's no longer serving me. I want to go to this deck. Yeah, this deck. Okay. Can we clarify the Fool, please? Clarify the Fool. Clarify this new sense of self, even. Wow. We have the Magician and we have the Hierophant. And I'm getting a message of being a dragon slayer. I'm getting a message of someone who is so, like, skillful. Someone who's able to harness their inner power, inner magic, to make a huge breakthrough that is brave and like just incredible. I got Dragon Slayer for some reason, I think because I saw this sword, but like it's like this Hierophant is, I think, showing up as something very restrictive, kind of like the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so we see in the Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant, we see like a lot of boundaries, a lot of restrictions, a lot of lines being drawn, you know, so many lines, so many boxes that you have to fit into, you have to conform into. And with the Magician, you're just like, boom, I do not fit into a box. I refuse to fit into a box. I refuse. I am a full spectrum human being here. I'm going to let my whole self thrive. And look at that Two of Pentacles too, right? It's like this Two of Pentacles compared to the Ten of Pentacles is so much more colorful. The Two of Pentacles has more space in it with this white space. There's movement, there's freedom to move around, to experiment, to try things out. There's freedom to, there's like a doorway opening here. I'm actually feeling very similar energy here. There's like a portal opening here. And it starts with, you know, just saying, no, that's enough. I don't need to wallow in this stuck emotional kind of morass. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So pile 4, wonderful reading. I wish the best of luck to you. I think this unexpected blessing is, you know, very deep, very spiritual, very emotional too, and it's going to just be, it's just the beginning of a very like wonderful, prosperous journey to finding your, you know, finding the new situation in your life that is really best for you, you know, not giving up on finding that and moving away from these things that might be appearing to be what's best for you, but they're sort of artificial, and they're sort of artificially, yeah, they're not gratifying you at the root level that you're seeking, at the deep level that you're seeking. So weightlessness, moving on, detaching, exploring as well. Okay, pile 4. Best of luck to you. If this resonated, please click the like and subscribe buttons, and feel free to comment and share your experience, okay? Take care, pile 4. See you at the next reading.